You think getting rid of opossums is helping your yard. You set a trap. You call animal control. You feel relieved when it's finally gone. But what if the moment that opossum left your property was the exact moment your yard started falling apart? Not right away, not in a way you'd notice at first, but slowly, quietly, in ways connected to problems you'll blame on everything except the real cause. Stay with me, because what happens after an opossum disappears from a yard is something almost nobody talks about, and once you see it, you won't look at pest control the same way again. Let's start with what your yard actually looks like at night when nobody's watching. Ticks, slugs, snails, cockroaches, rotting fruit under your trees, dead animals nobody's cleaned up. This is the invisible ecosystem operating under your porch light every single night. And for years, one animal has been quietly managing all of it. Researchers studying opossum stomach contents found something remarkable. A single opossum's diet in a week can include thousands of ticks, along with slugs, snails, roaches, and even venomous snakes. Scientists don't call opossums pests, they call them ecological janitors. And here's the part that should worry you. When you remove the janitor, nobody else shows up to do the job. So what actually happens after an opossum leaves your yard for good? First, the ticks come back, not gradually, fast. A study from the Cary Institute of Ecosystem Studies found that opossums are so efficient at grooming off and eating ticks that their presence alone can measurably suppress local tick populations. Take that opossum away, and there's nothing left in most suburban yards eating ticks at that scale. Within weeks, families start noticing more bites, more trips to the doctor, more Lyme disease scares, and almost nobody connects it back to the harmless-looking animal they had trapped and removed months earlier. Second, the rodents move in. This one surprises people. Opossums aren't just tick eaters, they're also opportunistic hunters of mice and rats, especially around compost piles, garbage areas, and gardens. Remove the opossum, and the small rodent population that it was quietly keeping in check has nothing stopping it. Within a season, homeowners start finding chewed wires, droppings in the garage, and holes in the foundation, and they call an exterminator, never realizing the actual pest control service just left. Third, and this is the one wildlife biologists find most fascinating, snake encounters increase. Opossums are famously resistant to pit viper venom, and in regions with rattlesnakes and cottonmouths, they've been observed preying on juvenile snakes before those snakes mature. Remove opossums from an area long enough, and local wildlife officers report more snake sightings closer to homes. It's not that opossums are anti-snake vigilantes, it's that they're part of a food web most people never think about until a piece of it goes missing. Fourth, and this is the one gardeners notice first without ever understanding why, slugs and snails take over. Anyone who's grown vegetables knows the frustration of waking up to shredded lettuce and chewed tomato stems. Opossums forage through garden beds at night, specifically hunting slugs, snails, and grubs, all of which multiply fast once nothing is eating them. Gardeners who trap their local opossum often report a mystery slug infestation the following spring, never realizing the two events are connected. They buy slug pellets. They lay out beer traps. They never once consider that the actual solution was walking through their yard for free every night before they had it removed. And fifth, the fruit problem. If you have fruit trees, fallen and rotting fruit attracts wasps, flies, and eventually rats. Opossums clean up fallen fruit as part of their nightly foraging, functioning as a natural sanitation crew underneath every apple tree, fig tree, and citrus tree in the neighborhood. Take that away, and homeowners find themselves dealing with a wasp problem they can't explain. Right around the same time, they proudly announce their yard is finally opossum-free. Before we go further, if this is already changing how you see opossums, hit that subscribe button right now. We cover the hidden science behind everyday nature every single week, and drop a comment below. Did you ever chase an opossum away from your yard? Now, let's talk about why nobody notices this happening. Opossums are nocturnal, slow-moving, and almost silent. They don't announce their presence the way a barking dog or a chirping bird does. Most homeowners who have opossums living nearby never even see them. They just stop noticing tick bites, stop finding rodent damage, and assume their yard is simply clean. They never connect the absence of problems to the presence of an animal quietly working the night shift. That's the trap. We only notice ecosystems when they break, and by the time we notice, the animal responsible for holding things together is already gone. There's also a myth working against opossums the entire time this is happening. People assume that removing a pest automatically improves a yard. It's an intuitive but backwards assumption. Ecosystems aren't built like checklists where subtracting a scary-looking animal makes everything safer. They're built like a web, where every strand supports the ones around it. Pull one strand, and the strain doesn't disappear. It just shows up somewhere else, usually somewhere less visible, like your bloodstream after a tick bite, or your attic after a rodent moves in. There's a reason wildlife biologists get frustrated every time someone calls an opossum a nuisance animal. In almost every other predator-prey relationship people understand instinctively, removing a predator has consequences. Nobody's confused about what happens if you remove wolves from an area with too many deer or hawks from an area with too many rabbits. But because opossums look strange and move slowly, people mentally file them under pest instead of predator, even though their diet functions almost exactly like one. The moment you strip away the intimidating appearance, you're left with an animal doing the same ecological job as species we'd never dream of eliminating on purpose. Here's something almost nobody realizes about how replaceable opossums actually are, which is to say, they aren't. Unlike raccoons or coyotes, which can adapt aggressively and repopulate an area quickly, opossum populations recover slowly. They have short lifespans, usually only 2 to 4 years in the wild, and once a local population is disrupted through trapping or relocation, it can take years for the ecological role they filled to be refilled by opossums returning to that territory if it ever is. In the meantime, ticks, rodents, and slugs operate with one less predator standing between them and your backyard. And here's the part that flips everything you thought you knew. Opossums aren't just tolerating your yard, they're choosing suburban areas specifically because ecologists believe these environments offer a strange kind of safety. Fewer large predators, more scattered food sources, more shelter under decks and sheds. In other words, the yard you're trying to protect from opossums is exactly the habitat they evolved to exploit safely, and in exchange for that shelter, they're providing pest control you'd otherwise have to pay for. Wildlife rehabilitators report the same story over and over. Homeowners call, terrified of an opossum near their trash cans, insist on removal, and then call back months later confused about a tick problem, a rodent problem, or a snake sighting they can't explain. Almost none of them make the connection until someone explains what actually left their property. There's an added layer to this that most people never consider, which is timing. Opossum populations shift territory naturally throughout the year, especially during breeding season in early spring and late summer. If a homeowner has an opossum removed right before one of these windows, they're not just losing one animal, they're losing the chance for that territory to be reclaimed quickly by another opossum moving through. That's often the difference between a yard that quietly resets itself within a few weeks and one that stays unprotected for an entire season, while ticks, rodents, and slugs operate without any resistance at all. So the next time you see an opossum shuffling across your yard at night, resist the instinct that's been trained into you for decades. That animal isn't there to threaten your family. It's there working a job most people don't even know exists, one tick, one rodent, one slug at a time. The moment you remove it isn't the moment your yard becomes safer. It's the moment an entire invisible support system quietly disappears, and you won't find out what it was doing until it's gone. Maybe the real lesson here isn't about opossums at all. Maybe it's about how many things in your life are quietly working in your favor right now, things you've never thanked, never noticed, and might be one bad decision away from losing. If this changed how you think about what's really protecting your yard, subscribe, because we cover the hidden science behind everyday nature every single week. And tell me in the comments, what's something you got rid of, thinking you were helping yourself, only to find out later you weren't?